Hello and what is up everybody, my name is Ahmed Elkordy and today we're going to be comparing Lex from Paladins and Androxus, also from Paladins. So both of these guys are high damage, high accuracy type of champions. They both have different kind of playstyle, but Androxus is kind of more flanky, he's more mobile, Lex is more focused on damage. So let's start out with Lex. Lex, also known as the Hand of Justice, is a flank as well. He has 2,200 health, and his abilities are the following. For your normal left click, he has magnums, which is basically two revolvers. So it has kind of double pistols, dual magnums that fire every 0.7 seconds, dealing 680 damage, and it's effective up to medium range. So they fire a bullet every 0.7 seconds, so that's 7 times slower than Victor. Okay, so that's kind of a comparison if you want to know how fast that is, and each one deals 680 damage. His right click is in pursuit, which basically begins rapidly firing your revolvers at the nearest target to you with perfect aim. So it gives you aimbot for a few seconds. It's kind of until you have to reload, which is only 6 bullets. So it gives you aimbot for that time, rapidly firing, and you go into third person mode. Retribution is kind of a targeting system. It's Q, and it's not like Tyra's where you have to look at the target and press on F. It's just you press on Q and it randomly picks a target from the opposite team, and if you pick it, and if you kill that champion that Retribution picked, you will get extra credits, you could say. So you will get credits, and the larger the kill streak, the more credits you get. And there is a myth, no one has done a Mythbusters video on, that it's infinite, because no one knows yet, because maybe it's extremely large. No one has gone there yet. So for his mobility move or ability, F, it's just a nice easy combat slide. So to activate, you just quickly, when you press on F, you quickly slide forward in the direction that you're looking at, and that's his mobility. His ultimate, or the Law, is kind of a special one. I haven't seen this before, at least in Paladins. You release an infallible surge of judgment, executing targets at or below 65% health. Targets above 65% health will take 600 damage and be slowed for 1 second. So basically, the animation is you combine both of your magnums together, and then after that, after you release them, it's kind of an energy surge that creates a circle around you. It doesn't create it; creates an imaginary circle around you, and anyone in that circle, when you've done your ultimate, if that person is on 65% of their health or lower, they're going to be automatically dead, executed. If they're above 65% health, they take 600 damage and they're slowed for only 1 second. This is kind of OP in the fact of 65% health, but then after that, it becomes basically useless, just like a normal attack. Okay, so next part we're going to go Androxus, the Godslayer. He's also a flank, but he's kind of a more mobile one. He has 2,000 health and has a movement speed of 380. So his skills, he has just a normal revolver. It's just a normal 6-shot revolver that deals 600 damage per shot at very close range, and shoots every 0.5 seconds. His right click ability, Defiance, fires a burst of 3 rounds from my revolver with reduced accuracy during 300 damage per shot over 1.2 seconds. So it's basically a burst. So if the bullet is pow, 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 right? Defiance makes it go pow, pow, pow. So that's 3 quick fire bullets. And it has reduced accuracy, but it deals 300 damage per shot over 1.2 seconds. So it's kind of a more of a guarantee if you're up close. And if you hit all 3 shots, you deal an additional 500 damage. His Q is Reversal. So it absorbs all the shot from the front, and after 1.4 seconds, Fire Blast deals 75% of the damage you absorb. So if someone's shooting at you, and you click on your Q, you basically deploy a little shield and after 1.4 seconds, you actually fire that shield on them. And the damage you do to them is 75% of the damage they shot at the shield. Okay, so his mobility is Nether Step, which I find a bit OP. Basically, you quickly dash forward in any direction, and it can be used 3 times for going on cooldown. And by dash, it's like a considerable amount, and you can dash into the air if you want. Usually what Androxus players do before they do their ultimate, which we're going to talk about in a second, they dash 3 times up in the air, put on their ultimate so they have a view of everything, and they start shooting. So if you hold jump as well while you're in the air, it reduces fall speed. This is not F. If you're at a high point and you jump off and you hold the space bar, it'll slow him down. He'll kind of glide down. So for his ultimate, the Accursed Arm, he begins flying for 4 seconds. That's why you go up there and it just stays there for 4 seconds, and your reviver, you mutate it to become an arm. It's kind of becomes part of you. And you fire 4 explosive blasts that deal 1000 damage every 0.5 seconds. So basically your revolver, instead of dealing 600 damage, it deals 1000 damage, and it's kind of now explosive. So it's AoE damage as well, and deals 1000 damage, and you can fly. So yeah, that's Androxus. Let's move on now. Okay, so now I'm going to be comparing both Lex and Androxus. So I like to compare them ability to ability. First of all, Lex has more health, but Androxus has more movement speed. Now for their magnums, magnums versus revolver, we need to compare. So Lex fires every 0.7 seconds and deals 680 damage, and it's effective up to medium range. Now Androxus it deals 600 damage every 0.5. So actually, if you think of it, it's actually more damage per second for Androxus, because every single second he deals 1200 damage, while every single second he only deals 680 when it comes to Lex, because he needs to 1.4. Oh, sorry about that. He needs to shoot every 2 shots is 1.4 seconds. So every second. So if we're talking about DPS here, Androxus has the upper hand. Let's talk about their right clicks. They both have kind of similar right clicks. It just you quick fire your revolver or your revolvers. But I think Lex's is a bit more OP, because Lex's Androxus is 3 rounds, and it's actually reduced accuracy, and it deals 300 damage a shot. Now this is the same exact speed, but with aimbot. Not only is it reduced accuracy, it's not even normal accuracy. You have aimbot on, and it's 6 bullets. So Lex definitely has the upper hand on that. Of course, for both their Qs, I definitely have to give it to Androxus. His reversal is pretty OP if used at the right time. So for example, you can step into a point. You can walk into a point, click on your Q, and then you'll deal a whole ton of damage to the enemy team if they're on the point, and then another step out, and you've just done a whole lot of damage to the enemy team without taking any damage yourself. Retribution is kind of you can earn a bit of extra credit, but that's it really. It's not that special. Of course, movement ability wise, Androxus definitely has to get it. Basically Lex just has a slide. Androxus has, you can say he has 3 slides, and not only does he slide, he steps, so he basically can go wherever he wants, in any direction he wants. He doesn't have to stay on the ground. Ultimate wise, it's definitely no one. I have absolutely no comparison here. They're not even related. I like Androxus's just a bit more, because it affects everyone equally, and you also fly. There's AoE damage, and you control where it goes. While for Lex's, first of all, it takes about 1.4 seconds between the action, you're pressing E, and it actually firing. Now for Androxus, it's just more control. And also below 65%, you just execute them, and above 65%, you do absolutely minimal damage, and they're only slow for 1 second. Like, come on, Hi-Rez, at least make it 3 seconds. So, that's it. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please click the thumbs up button and subscribe for more. I'll be seeing you dudes.
See ya!